Mm, mm, mm. Oh, when was my last stream on TikTok? Jeez. Oh, there it is, the link. Copy link. Apparently it was Digimon. Since I didn't mute my mic, I guess you guys can just see me. Yeah. Anyway. I'm back from my vacation! Woo! Alright, let's get to it. Oh. 7:31, 7:35, and 7:34. We officially have what we need. It's just a mishmash. But look, I got it. That video has to go up eventually. I need to edit it because it's in pieces. I got so much shit to edit. But then this is a one-man operation, so. Targeted tragedy. Shale wishes for a moment of your time. Tacos. Mesquite. Alpaca pasta. Oh. Tacos de carne asada. Yeah, we'll go for the tacos. If you have a moment, John, Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis. Who the... Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Ah! To me, warriors of light. Sorry, dragging into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clear idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us all. For us as well. English is hard. Even after vacation, English is hard. First things first, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. No! Come on! Stop dying! Stop dying. Bad. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right, no additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. Bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calm down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. Ooh. The king resolves authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx, he lived in the age of the storm surge as I did. lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electro technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. I mean, that's a bit weird. Preservation's early goals seemed noble enough. Exploring treatments for Levin sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not fully pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations. Only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's feelings. I mean, y'all are sundered. You're just a splinter of a human. Of course you have lots of feelings. I swear, my facial hair is so weird, right? Like, parts of it is, like, really thick, like, right here, and then it's just the thinness here. Oh, man. Right here. It's so funny. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species to generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake the body of the flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 register their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to intermental fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his effort to create endless 1,000-fold. Oh boy, he's a psycho. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. While Galulaja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx. What could come along? Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Come in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? How about you give me access to the rest of the frickin' tower? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. Actually, there's something I want to check. How long was the last stream? 170 hours. Holy shit. Oh man. Because I set that to start when just before I left. And I turned it off just after I got back. Which means I was gone from my house for over a week. Damn. Somebody liked the stream. What? Why? Who the hell went and liked the VOD stream? Bro, watch the proper content. There's something I need to check. Okay, that doesn't matter anymore. Thanks to appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Lands Guard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who moving to Tuliolal. Fino and Alize will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may. No! Shut up. I'd like to join John's group if you'll have me. Oh my god. No! Damn it! This is neither the time nor the place! Of course we're gonna let her join us. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you, I'll do my best not to be a burden. You're already a burden. Just by existing, you're a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geo. Don't do anything stupid. You'll trade your tune once you get back with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Not how that works, but okay. Come on, let's continue this outside. Forever love that. Alright. Speak with Geode outside the Neon Stein. Also, yeah, the glasses that I'm using got updated to this kind. Rectangular. Just with colors. Except for Viper, that one's got the shades still. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? Are you alright? Me? I'm well enough given the circumstances. It is the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Then the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx, nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I have seen that has convinced me you can. You know, I used to use this very same headset to like the mic in it. I wonder. Could I change it? I wanna know what this sounds like. How do I change the mic? Okay, save settings to hardware. Hey, yo! Okay. Yep, that works. I have it set so the gain reduction, like when it blocks like the upper levels, is set to green. So on is blue, off like mute, it's red, and gain reduction is green. Okay, off, on, off, on. Anyway, it was I've seen that has convinced me you can. I look for such as leader to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised to build, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just such an eventuality. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Is she, she's an arcanist. That's hilarious. Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. Oh, so maybe she's not completely useless. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into two groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. Can I have Cryle? I'd rather have a potato than whatever the hell she is. Although she's from this world, though, technically. We did meet her parents. On the other side. My gunbreaker friend. I guess that makes sense. So we're gonna have Sphene on our team. Cause that's just how these things work. The two of you could take the west side of the recreation zone then. John and I will take the east. Oh my god, we actually are! Oh my god, the luck. Very well, we shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View. Oh, wait, you're there. I don't know, I'm like 5. Look. I've got no health. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special touch to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or two we didn't know before. What? Bro, we know this! What? Oh my life. Reverse quality of life just got added. Actually. Nope. Still only 20. Oh. That's weird. Anyway. So the colors are tied to the job, I guess. I still don't have Pictomancer, by the way. It's still locked for me. I really should unlock that, but I'm like, ah. Anyway. Are the sentries and air wheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a new regulator. Coming in, this is the only way. Even Queen Fiend said so. My guy. What? You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. There's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky and didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered one. With one. Oh, he never had one! Interesting. Who's that PC that you have dying someday, and I thought I understood that man until it happened. I do love the new so I need to level up Monk. Lighthearted? Oh no, why are you lighthearted? What has to be in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was there becoming nothing but members at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friend. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Oh! Oh, great. John, a word. I feel like there was a new factor in the stories we've heard. One we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? It's probably zero, don't get me wrong, but I think we're... Ah! Oh, yep. Of course it was this one. Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulars, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply stores cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find out witnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Oh. Calyx, you absolute shit stain. You did it. That bitch was killed. Oh man. Bro, I wish we could get like this aerialer. Right? Like, do you see the drip on this? Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Casual data. Government officials currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Injured, 87 individuals. Casualties, 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators, 0. Oh, yeah, that's not... You could apparently get, like, big car. Unsettled sanitation worker. You should know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators. I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing of debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done the work. Do you remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else is worthy of mention? John, I think it's time we rejoin Kryl and XIV. I was half joking with my boast to Shell, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kryl say to meet them in the plaza just outside of Truvu? Let's get going. No! I don't wanna! Damn it. This is getting more depressing. I thought Dawntrail was supposed to be like our vacay. Our vacay is ruined. So essentially saying that the people who were killed by malfunction machines weren't wearing regulators. Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. Hold on a second. There's a rule for this. I forget what number it was. Yeah, Rule 39, there is no such thing as coincidence from NCIS. Gibbs is Rule 39, there's no such thing as coincidence. Woo, boy. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed the regulators was a priority. The regulate was a priority target. Now you mentioned it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless or if they simply fail to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all... They have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. But another way, they have chosen to live their lives in knowledge that death is an inevitability. And the chances that such resolute people would wish to become monks are far lower, I would imagine. So Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept this vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. You could have found 5,000 young citizens without all this madness. Yeah. You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. Right, sanitation worker story. She saw no bodies but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies. Now where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Aaronville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malka told us much the same thing. What? When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, the questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. Again, Rule 39, there's no such thing as coincidences. These rules exist for a reason. In that case, we should confirm if the substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calyx's murderous actions. John, we need your help. I've lost control over the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? What the fuck? Damn it, our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. Eh?
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Oh no.
Go to them, quickly!
I'm going to flip shit if the boy that we cured of his 11 sickness. Eh. Okay.
Wyaquay!
Wyaquay?
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape. Mother! Mother, please!
Oh, come on.
Isadora! Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner. Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Oh.
Thank you, miss. Will she sleep like that forever? No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
This is when she's supposed to wake up.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
The promise of tomorrow. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry, he must have fallen protecting the residents. I'm gonna be a beat. Where's the button? Okay, we're back. Marque is fearful for her comrade. Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down? If he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please, it isn't safe and you still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isidore for me? We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself. It's not solid, that's so weird. Then again, no. I will say that is one point against. What the fuck's the exit? Here? Oh, the door's right here. Isidore's gonna be alright then? I'm so glad. Yeah. I've just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul, he gave his life to save another. You're not protecting me? I don't understand why any of this is happening. The sitter's behaving normally like any other, then all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. Actually, there is something I need to look up right now because it just popped in my head and, you know, buddy... Monty Python. It's from Monty Python's Flying Circus. Series 2, Episode 2. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. All right. Oh, okay. Man, I'm just all over the place. Sentry's behaving normal like any other. Then all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Cox commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Waiakwe sent word. I'm sorry, by the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? Possibly, we're not sure what, but he's not responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. And then we should search for Geode. I agree, since most believing members have sworn off regulars, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. I mean, that would be the smart thing. Please, do what you can, Shepard. How's it Shepard? It's spelled Shefford. I hate the English language. I hate the English language. Oh, thanks. Here, take these communicators. We remain on course though. We're at Calix, we intercepted the signal, and I've been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Waiakwe has one too, so ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Alright. You know shit is bad when me and my HDR monitor can't see shit. This would be so much easier if we could get on the bike. Jude, answer me. Further to the east? My dude, what? And there's just someone there. Why would you seek eternity? You see, the race of the trees would be the next logical place to look. I swear, if Geode is hurt. Oh, nope, he's around. Okay. Whew. I don't want that drip.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join... That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
Can't be here! You need to run, now! A trap!
Oh.
Take care of the others, eh?
This guy's just as bad as Thancred. Just as bad as Thancred. With none of the survivability.
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe? Geode!
Damn. They got him good.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
She wouldn't.
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years.
My guy, do you hear yourself?
Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to Ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest? It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Ugh. Damn. I did not see that coming. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell left behind, was that a twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. Use our friend. Even so, some might say every death is justified if it meant 5,000 endless could continue their immortal lives. And if reflections don't ether allowed for many more endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think of that? Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well there is not noble in this sacrifice. The problem with this strategy is that it breaks the cycle of reincarnation that we know exists. Thanks to the machinations of us having, you know, the bigger picture. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, John. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents and reflections elsewhere. So which reflection is, Alexandria in? It's the 9th, right? That does beg the question. The 13th is supposed to be on its way to repair, right? So... my memories and yours. The grip I said... You know what? Hold on a second. Dawntrail post Dawntrail main scenario quests. Ten quests. Oh, fuck me. Okay. The Agrippa's and his fiend spurs herself to action. Let's go. We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Wayakwe to meet us there as well.
Our dear Geode. The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calix, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calix for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure Nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calix is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Jude he was an older brother to nostalgia in me. Shailing him longer though, and is sure to take it to the artist, and that's on top of what happened with Kafkiwa. Do you think you could check on her, see how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on for Cox, but I can't stay focused. I should be better than this, I know. You're right. I'll have to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kofkio used to say the best thing to do with grief is to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Jude. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder spare. Right, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air-wheelers. The Venator communications modules removed so even Calix should be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Ready? We fly close to the pylons, so follow my lead. I mean, I would have rather done this with voice or whatever. Phew, that's helped clear my head a touch. You know, John, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories from my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. I mean... Thanks. We could use your voice to trick cowards, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and Sven's feat clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? Yeah. I think you can switch off, because, the cast times are so bad.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
Oh!
What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine, that was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas. I wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents. Those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I could see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
I appreciate you helping me through this. And only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels about determination. I'm spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. Okay, BRB again. Ba-ba-ba. A darkness in the heart. Wait, hold on a second. Shale steals the heart for the rocket. It's time I went back to locating Calx's lair. I haven't researched your mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. Oscroft for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. So, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance to oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, John? Whatever that is. John, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds of the outskirts, and I can't help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you finish tending to Shale, of course. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I've others to speak with before I turn to the back room. Oh, because we're in one of them areas. Oh no, I need to be low to the ground for this one. I am so glad I'm not in a dress of some kind. Just been like, bang! Although I could have just used the arc. Terrifying. John, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I benefit from your worldly experience. The fuck is this guy doing? Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, thought you might be better equipped to judge if the behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong if there's something's not right here. Anyone online? Damn. Bro, Zingus Bingus. New friend I made while trying to get the dragons. Because of course, Why is this resident with a... Oh, please tell me you brought more neo-regulars. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors that there were a few left over. Sure, the government still has some, or perhaps Queen's Fiend. I mean, look at, but as a hunter once. Back then, I already gave death a second thought, but now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Oh. Neo-regulator? You're not wearing a regulator. Don't you know the end is coming? What's your left to lose? Me? I got myself one of those neo-regulators understood a little while ago. As soon as it is, may appear trailing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after this machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. Pity those who aren't chosen, but I'm going to be an innocent. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Oh no. Mecha, mecha, mecha. Pepperline. Grace, remember when you visit with Queen's Fiend? Come check on her well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed the new device early on, and I've long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin repairs. The darkness grows closer, grows deeper. And we must cast it out. All right. Was he saying traps or tarps? So what do you think? Was I right to worry? The fear is palpable. Oh. Yes, that is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? About now, apparently. John, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm right here with Lamity and Alphino. Yep. Asking you shall receive. It sounds like she wants us to stay in a hurry. We should go. This is where we go. Right? We come in running like the Flash. What the fuck?
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you.
Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Oh, it's black. And
Val Wuglamat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Alex has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death inside the domain, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if it starts to lay their fields even a little, I beg you, Uklamat, please let them shelter until Liolol. We welcome any and all who want to come. We've already gone evacuations and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. If you have a determined Calc sighting, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely find a clue of some kind. He can't elude us forever. Clerk P3-0188. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. I want to try something now. Oh, 0188. Oh, it's 1/4. So it's Clerk P3 1/4. 3 1/4. Okay. I didn't know that. I need to get a Stream Deck XL. So I can have it like here on the side. On either side. Probably my left since I'm left-handed. But Ayo. So apparently if I turn off my speakers with headphones inside, it doesn't actually mute the speakers. Or it doesn't mute me. That's hilarious. Alright. Alright. More tacos! Let's go! Preservation, their purpose. Wuklama assesses her surroundings with grim determination. Truly, Ola would gladly welcome every last Alexandria with open arms. But what of the nation the late Queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Wuklama. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. Okay, but actual Sphene is here in front of you. You know, I actually do need, I want to check something. Yep. I am in fact streaming at the proper resolutions. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, that's actually really interesting. Because I don't have the, in my setting, because I'm streaming through Stream Elements, I don't have the checkmark thingy done right so that it'll let me stream in over 6K, but it's still doing it at 8K, which is the actual max on Twitch. That's actually good to know. I had been wondering about that while I was on vacation. Oh, and apparently I can use my revenue to buy subs. Act revenue before payout. Sure. I will use my non-existent revenue to buy subs, I guess. I don't make money off of Twitch, so that's... because that was never the point. But anyway, back to the story. There's so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms to keep safe, and that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fears. Together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexander's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sveen. Whenever you fall, struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. Yes! That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right, you're right. Ugh. Anyway, Ooh. Look, this is me as a warrior of light. Seeing some lovely friendship being formed, reformed, whatever you want to call it, here, I wouldn't say anything. It's none of my business. Don't forget about me! Bruh. No one's forgetting about you. You're literally gonna be spoken of in legends for the next 1,000 generations. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. Galulja! Galulja. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, John. We finally found the chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Interesting. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. And it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go check it out together? Let's go! And thank you for all your hard work. This is a huge step forward. And up, we need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Relevant authorities. You mean Galulja? He is king. That's always gonna be funny to me. The relevant authorities. My guy, we have the king right here, and he's probably gonna be coming with us. I think it's fine. Although I think Wuklamat is also technically, you know, ruler here, like a regent type thing. Because Guluzja's small and tiny. I don't like, man, this whole arc. I don't like this. So this is where we're gonna talk to them and it'll be like a new dungeon. Ready to head on up? Next up, the 10th level. Oh, no dungeon? Damn.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but I appreciate the sentiment. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Dawntrail, and I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. It's been as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. As for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located on the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. So either here or here. So we should cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electro magic? I'll try my best with this type of lock as well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. I don't know why that's in a different... up here in a different color. Pickle sketch the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. You can tell us this from where has left some things behind. Card shipped object. Electric surface is marked to the bowl level 1. Okay, then what we're looking for, try it on the door and see if it opens. That'd be funny if the first thing I checked. Card should go up to the scanner. It opened! It's open! You did it, John! I know. And a good thing too, is getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Let us continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. It should be like a straight shot from where we come out. We need like level 2 or 3. But the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good, maybe we need a different card. You scan a man at level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chafes me, we just have to go through the nearby rooms and we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start searching the proto lab. That door is already open at least. We'll find our way through together, Shale, I'm sure of it. The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? We could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Golja mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. but the number pad suggests that inputting the correct combination will open it. If you have to uncover your protection coverage, perhaps pick another one up. I want to try something. Select the number keys on the pad and enter up to 5 digits, then press confirm. Okay, so up to 5 digits? Zero, 1, 8, 8. Yeah, I just wanted to try 0188. Okay. Pierce's personal tablet. Today I began my employment in preservation, and I got a feeling this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. Are correct. Master Calix's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. Yeah, it seems but a guttering candle compared to the Master Calix's blinding brilliance. Of the memory speaks the shortage of ether requires sustaining us to reach critical. Yeah, Queen's Fiend insists on continuing ineffectual flailing. Our Milala colleagues, including the Protolab chief, have been behaving in a decided suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? It's improved back on my memory data. Okay, so there was nothing in there. Alright, to the results of experiment 158 show marked improvement in ether extraction rates at last, which is evaluated by Master Calix. Though become endless per our ascendancy protocols, I'll preserve this historic number along with my few remaining world effects. Preserve the number. I could try 158. It's not 158. Is it in here? Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. There's no way I need to. Okay. Let's pull up Samsung notes. Okay. 201-930 11509. Alright then. Oh, and one more. Experimental proposal 9834. 9834. Wait. 201930, 6 digits, not 5. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it'll make sense later on. Okay, we're gonna try 11509. Because it's only 5 digits, right? Up to 5, yeah. 1 1 5 0 9. The locker pops open. Inside, you discover a level 2 security card. John, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. Oh, but does that say level 2? We need level 3, didn't we? Yes, but you still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, John. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagine they'd be more, what's the word, bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It seemed the researchers agreed with Calix as philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assumed those who could not or would not eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calix and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Right, let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Dawntrail lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. So it's backed up and the locked door across the way, which will hopefully yield before a new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt I'll have any more use for it. No! What? Don't take my card from me. Rude. Yes, it opened. So where should we go first? The Dawntrail lab facilities. Let's start with the lab. As you wish, Your Majesty. Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be contingency for opening the door. Look here, the sign above the car scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power stored to the Dawntrail lab, shall we? Engaging power supply? No good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to our code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. No! I hate everything. Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. Ow. I don't... The energy cable attached to the base of the servo leads down the hall, directly to... the Deutero lab, which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. This very disconnected looking cable? What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? Okay, so... interesting. Okay, I think I figured out the puzzle by accident. I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panels set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to follow. Right? So, we want boom... boom... boom, boom, theoretically. Alright. What I would give for an instruction manual. Indeed, if you could look around for any written procedures digging through the terminal's directories, you might also ask someone to operate the generator. I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, John? The rest is scaled by supplying John with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Wait. Oh, interesting. Square. And then, so you can't rotate them. Circle? No. No. That's not it either. Okay. Yeah, I've connected all the circuits, informing comrades of successful reconfiguration. Yep. The little splinter thing is now connected. It worked! We did it, John. You. The Deutero lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days. The title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandria Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Oh no! Ah, no! Panic! Panic, chat, panic. Approval of establishing the organization came during Alexander's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualty mounted, Calix funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research in this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age, and required constant treatment of his debilitating illness. Yet still he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to Kingdom, Father was quick to commit his unwavering support Somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on Ella's research and other less urgent matters. So he had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change, I wonder? Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Doodle Lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything whatsoever, just to be sure. Okay, quick BRB. Sorry about that. That entire conversation, I've just like, I need to pee. Please stop talking. Shay? Yes. One, two, three, four. We're halfway. I could actually end here. The edge current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Secure card if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Have at it! I actually technically can't stop here because, although, you know what? We shall. That's gonna be it for today's stream. I will be back more than likely tomorrow. I would have kept going, but honestly, I'm tired from going to Costco, so. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. More than likely, roughly the same time as today. And, we shall, we shall do the, what's the word? The new dungeon and the new trial. Tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you guys then. There it is. Bye-bye! Oh, I just realized on the horizontal I don't have my camera on. Okay, bye!